Hello and welcome to the discussion on the short story The Weed, written by Amruta Pritham, included in the paper Indian Writing in English, prescribed for 5th Sem BA English of Calcutta University. Amruta Pritham is considered as the first prominent woman Punjabi poet, essayist and short story writer, and a leading 20th century writer who is loved equally on both sides of the India-Pakistan border. In a career spanning over 6 decades, she has produced more than 100 books of poetry, short stories, essays, biographies, a collection of Punjabi folk songs, and an autobiography that were translated into several Indian and foreign languages. She has been privileged with a number of rewards, titles, degrees, and accolades. Known as the most important voice of women in Punjabi literature, she was the first woman to receive the Sahitya Academy Award for her magnum opus, a long poem, Sunete, in the year 1956. She also won the Jnanapith, Padma Shri, and Padma Vibhushan, and was also nominated to the Rajya Sabha. Amruta Pritham's short stories present the status and condition of women who undergo exploitation and injustice as silent sufferers. They are on the themes of women's exploitation, suffering, helplessness, adjustment, sacrifice, and man-woman relationship. The image of women present in her short stories bring to the front the social, cultural, economic, and psychological predicament of women in the Indian society. Women's suffering has been an eternal theme in her short stories. Through her works, she has intoned the long muted voice of women in the Indian society seeking dignity. Through her works, she tries to convey that there ought to be an attempt to dispose of the archaic thoughts and beliefs and allow women to lead a life of dignity, self-respect, and essence. All her works are based on her observation about the society, about the Indian society, and the customs and traditions associated with it. The short story Weed, translated from Punjabi, is the story of a young girl, Anguri, married off to a very old man, Prabhati, who was the servant of the narrator's neighbor's neighbor. It throws light on the condition of women in the rural Indian society, their marriage, sexuality, emotions, etc. Though it is translated from a regional vernacular Punjabi, it maintains a natural flow. The story begins like this. Anguri is the very new bride of the very old servant of the neighbors of my neighbors. Amruta Pritham says that every bride is new, and when it comes to Anguri, she is new in a different way. She is the second wife of her very old husband, who cannot be called new because he had once drunk at the conjugal bed. So Anguri is new in 2 ways. She is a newly married girl and she is the second wife of her old husband whose first wife had died. Amruta Pritham ridicules the rigid fashion of Indian society where man's first, second or third marriage is viewed as very normal, and even when a very old man marries a very young girl, there is no opposition from any quarters. No one raises a finger against it. The way in which Anguri married Prabhati itself shows the male domination existing in our society and the inferior status accorded to women in the patriarchal society. Anguri had no say in her marriage. She did not have the freedom to choose the man with whom she has to spend her entire life. Her father just wanted to give her away to some man, and a daughter who acts according to the wishes of her family is considered as an ideal woman. When Prabhati came to cremate his first wife, Anguri's father approached him. He took the wet towel from Prabhati's shoulder and wrung it dry, a symbolic act of wiping away one's tears. It was just like saying, I will give you my daughter to take the place of one who died. Don't cry. I have even dried your wet towel. This is how Anguri married Prabhati. Anguri was a very sweet young lady with a dark complexion. She had a perfectly healthy body which any woman would love to possess. But Prabhati was just the opposite. Very old, short and loose-jawed. However, the union was postponed due to two reasons. One was her tender age and the other because of her mother's paralytic attack. After 5 years, Prabhati was permitted to take his bride with him. And at this time, his employer protested because he did not want to feed another mouth. But Prabhati assured him that Anguri would manage her own house. The story also highlights the myths that surround a woman in a patriarchal society. The society does not want women to question them or question the rules existing in the society. Anguri's city life started. At first, she kept parda from both men and women. Gradually, the veil started to shrink. As a young lady, she was very fond of wearing jewellery and liked to show them off. Amrita Preetham used to talk to her, and through their conversation, she came to understand about the life of women in the rural areas of India. Initially, Anguri used to stay indoors, but as the weather became hot, she could not stay inside the hut for a long time. So she started staying outside her hut near the author's house under a neem tree. One day, Amrita Preetham was reading a book when Anguri came near her and asked what she was reading. Amrita asked her if she wanted to learn to read. Then Anguri told her that it is a sin for village women to read, whereas it is not so for city women and men. Her statement clearly shows how influential the society is in structuring and forming thoughts in an uneducated woman's mind. Amrita Preetham describes Anguri's body from a patriarchal point of view. They say a woman's body is like a lump of dough. Some have the looseness of an under-kneaded dough, whereas some others have the clinging plasticity of leavened dough. Rarely does a woman have a body that can be equated to a rightly kneaded dough. Anguri's body belonged to this category. Even body which is said to be of oneself, in the case of woman, is described from a male point of view and belongs to the man. Amrita Preetham further moves the patriarchal society by saying, Anguri was the dough covered by Prabhati. Prabhati was her napkin, not her taster. From her conversation with Anguri, she learns how marriages are made in her community. A girl, when she is 5 or 6, adores a man and he becomes her husband. The girl's father puts some flowers and money at the feet of the man, and immediately he is declared to be the husband of the girl. This is how marriages take place in rural India. And this is what happened in the case of Anguri also. The girls don't even see the man whom they are going to marry. Her concept of love marriage is a clear indication of how society oppresses women and how this oppression is disguised to be very natural and biological. Anguri believes that when a man makes a girl eat weed, which he gives her in a palm, she will start loving him. Anguri believes that love can come in no other ways. Her mother even warns her not to take any sweets or pan from men, because if she takes the weed, she might fall in love with a man. One day, Amrita Preetham found Anguri sitting under a neem tree in a melancholic mood. When asked, Anguri asked her to teach her how to write. Amrita Preetham asked her what she wanted to write and also asked won't she be singing if she learned how to write. Anguri did not give a reply and was once again lost in thought. Amrita did not want to disturb her and went for an afternoon nap. When she came back, she saw Anguri still sitting under the neem tree, singing a song. In the evening when the author came out, she saw Anguri still sitting under the neem tree, singing and crying too. When Amrita praised her, she said that she did not know how to sing. And she said that this song was sung by one of her friends when she fell in love. Then Amrita Preetham asked Anguri if she had cooked her food and found out that she did not even have her tea. It is usually the young, energetic, handsome night watchman Ram Tara who used to bring her milk. He had not come that day. Earlier, Ram Tara used to have a cup of tea with the writer after finishing his duty. But since Anguri came, he started taking tea with Prabhati and Anguri. The author asked Anguri if she did not eat for the past 3 days and got only a vague reply from Anguri. So the writer asked Anguri, could it be the weed? At this, tears began to roll down her face and she cried bitterly. At this, tears rolled down Anguri's face and she cried bitterly, accepting what the author had said. The story ends at this point with Anguri crying, "Curse on me," she said in a voice trembling with tears. "I never took sweets from him, not a betel even, but tea." Her words were drowned in a vast stream of tears. Thus, through the short story The Weed, Amrita Preetham has portrayed the most relevant issues of 20th century Indian society. There are many girls like Anguri, not only in the rural areas and the lower sections of the society, but also among the middle class, who are victimized because of traditions and customs. Amrita Preetham is not only a writer but an iconoclast. She has exposed the age-old customs, traditions and superstitious beliefs associated with the people of rural India. Even women have internalized social constraints and carries it forward themselves. Through the story, Amrita Preetham has shown how women are made to believe that even the natural instincts like love, companionship, etc. are the result of some magical power and not a human attribute. Hope you have enjoyed the session. Thank you.